Yo, welcome! Today, I'll be continuing with this event that just released, Sunshine Christmas, a reprint from about 3 years ago. Today, I will be continuing with the story, or rather beginning it, which is a very short story, so there will only be 2 streams of this because of how short it is. One today and one tomorrow at 7 p.m. So let us do this. So to give you an idea of how short this story is, it is only 3 episodes long with an epilogue and a prologue. Granted, the epilogue and prologue each are 2 parts long, as was the rest of the parts, but still, that's not really anything I can divide into any further, other than like doing it over 5 days, which is completely unnecessary. I also made sure to ask some other people how long it was, and at least Irby told me that it was rather short. So hopefully his evaluation is correct, and we'll be playing up until the end of part 1 for today. Let's do this. Yo, Poplarp, welcome. Yeah, thanks. I always make sure to tie it up a bit before streams. We are going to be playing the story now. It should be a rather short story, so I doubt anything serious is going to happen with the characters or the conflicts. With that said, it's always nice to have some kind of happening here. Every year, Christmas is when Santa Claus goes around giving out presents. Traditions vary, of course, but most of this Tokyo celebrates it similarly, by spending the evening with their loved ones. At the end of the night, the children hang their stockings by the fireplace and lay themselves down to sleep, filled with anticipation for the coming morning. For while they sleep, Santa will come bearing joy, riding a sleigh pulled by reindeer with bells jingling upon their harnesses. Santa's signature style is an indelible part of everyone's fondest memories of youth in Tokyo, even well into adulthood. No one can forget the happiness of those Christmas mornings. And every Tokyoite agrees that this Yuletide miracle is as much a part of winter as freshly fallen snow. Yet when did this custom begin? And will it always remain? Or is it destined to one day come to an end? Okay, this took a bit of a dark turn. So begins a tale of wintertime misadventures and the unconventional Christmas that they all culminate in. Merry Christmas to you! Let's drink some beef stew! Christmas cookies and chestnuts! And plum pudding too! Oh, all the singing's got me pretty tuckered out. Could you stop singing about food for 5 minutes? There's much more to Christmas than that. The traditional Ryota singing during an event. He always shows up, and that's how you know he's not going to be relevant for the rest of the story. Oh, I like Ryota singing, actually. You're right about the food, though. I did not know you could drink stew. Oh, shucks. You're too kind. Usual antics aside, is something wrong, Ryota? You seem a little down. Yo, Jonathan, welcome! We are continuing the episode or rather the prologue for this story of Christmas. Rather early in September, but what can you do with this game? They are overdue with this story anyways. Oh, it's nothing. I'm just thinking about the weather. Rain on Christmas is kind of a bummer, you know. I was hoping for a white Christmas, not a wet one. Snow is lovely and romantic, but rain just makes me feel bad for the Santas. Yo, Oddly, welcome. You haven't missed anything. It's just the crew showing up before they vamoose for the rest of the story. So, what's so special about snow? Christmas is still Christmas, whether it's raining water or lead. Aw, don't talk like that. I'm sure Dark Santa will behave this year. There won't be any gunfire this time. Probably. You ever had a Christmas without snow? I mean, actually, most places don't have Christmas without snow, what I'm saying. It's very rare here in Toronto, but we've had a couple, and those are pretty depressing, to be honest. I just think snow sets a really quiet, emotive mood. Don't you agree, Arthur? I think rainy Christmases can be cool too. You like your Christmas is hot and steamy? Is this a reference to the previous event which has still not been translated? Hot and steamy? What are you? No, that's personal. I'm not gonna pry. Hey, partner, you're drooling. What's going on through that head of yours just now? Huh? This fucking game. Stop it, you two. Although, I'm also wondering who you were thinking of when you said that. Even with Christmas Day on the horizon, the sky above Shinjuku Academy remains blanketed in thick, spongy clouds. Gotta love a thick and steamy, hot, white Christmas. I certainly do understand Ryota's concerns. It would be a shame for Christmas to be ruined by inopportune weather. Granted, this winter has been temperamental, but it's a little optimistic to hope this rain will all suddenly turn to snow. At least, we can be thankful that the air isn't too dry. Though that's causing its own manner of grief. Namely, the laundry. It's not doing too well out there on the line. What? The laundry isn't drying! Oh, right. You're on laundry duty. So, that's where the fresh sheets went. Well, not so fresh anymore. Wasn't I supposed to up? My bad. Yo, Zeno, you didn't miss much. It's just the gang again, talking about how it's a not so white Christmas since it's raining. Don't worry, I can handle it myself. Although I am flattered that you're concerned about. Never mind. I've been doing my best to wash everyone's pajamas and bed sheets, but the air is just too humid. I leave them out at night. But they barely dry, so I just end up having to wash them again. And they really need sunlight, regardless. It's more hygienic. We're having to re-wash all our laundry, but there's loads of it. Now do you see the pain I go through every day, washing all your sweaty gym clothes, delighting in Arathan's sweet smell? Well, what do you want? You'd rather have you walking around smelling like a locker room. Oh, I don't blame you or anything. Still, what I wouldn't give for breaking these clouds. Why doesn't he use a dryer? Well, not every place has a dryer. And also, it's just cheaper to hand dry, well, no, line dry rather. I typically just machine wash and dry my things, but I've been trying to pick up into actually hand washing and line drying now to save a bit of coin. Santa, if you're listening, please give me the sun for Christmas this year. Ashiro casts a wistful look at the clouds and heaves a sigh. A small figure looks on from the shadows. Scream! Ooh, Santa's School always looks so pretty. It got a real glow up during a showdown, so I'm pretty sure this is a showdown asset. This did not exist during this event's original print. Santas come each year bearing Christmas presents. In this Tokyo, where transients dwell alongside humans, that is not superstition, but fact. Indeed, the Tokyo Santa School for training Santa Clauses can be found right here in Shinjuku. The Minato's under 5s, Minato under 12s, and Adachi over 18s are ready to ship. We've got a supply line issues on the Toshima under 18s. That's a required dressing, supervisor. What those devils are doing? Well, we know that from the first event, the devils are actually supportive to dead, so they might not be shears, they might actually be deads. Inside a large warehouse on the school grounds, students dash hither and thither among containers piled high with presents. Smell that Christmas spirit? My spirit? I'm in cold sweat panic! Oh shit, Tom Greasy, sir. I forgot how he sounds. The weather this year has the school in quite the tizzy. We're anticipating issues procuring presents, so we front-loaded everything the Santa Claus students can manage themselves. The Reindeer Corps students have been training hard to ensure they can deliver, no matter the weather. That's what I like to hear. Just make sure the students get their 40 links. I want them in peak condition on the day. Speaking of, I'm going to get some shit-eye myself. Gotta set a good example for the students, after all. The rest, you can manage on your own, right? Of course, Headmaster. The teachers and I are more than capable. Get all the sleep you need to ensure you're ready as well. Well, ain't you an eager beaver? You sure you're up to the job? Of course. I can just get a little heated sometimes. Although, speaking of heated, can I interest you in a glass of warm milk? It'll send you right to sleep. Stew wouldn't be ideal, of course, but... There they are, Santa's little helpers. How does Dad work? Is he like a dual ego? I think that's the case. He reflects both the myth of, the light Santa, which we're mostly familiar with, or most of us are familiar with. But the dark Santa is a more obscure kind of Santa. I guess the only way he lives on is the kind of Santa that gives coal, but in other cultures, he's also the kind of Santa that kidnaps children and bullshit like that. We do love warm organic white liquids in this game. And last but not least, the 3 Santa principles. All together now! Appearance, stealth, creativity. We did learn that in the very first story. I actually completely forgot to comment on that during the short I made, or rather the animation I made for that event. Excellent! Now, let's call it a day, shall we? Good work, everyone. Not that it was important enough to add anyways. So, the Santa Corps students have finished up too, huh? Is it just me, or is this year particularly busy? Being an underclassman, every year feels busy to me. Well, is everything going on the dark Santa side? Well, pretty much. We've just got to localize the punishments for the kids. It's not all the same thing for everyone, you know. Us, nowadays, we got a lot of kids on a nice list writing in requests to be a dark Santa too. Huh. Interesting. The culture increases. I just get was nice. Oh, thank you. It's very much a lot of effort, so any encouragement will help motivate me more to get back on making another. It used to be that Santas gave presents to nice kids and dark Santas slug coal at naughty ones. But the times are a-changin'. I'm handling Taito War this year. Apparently, there were a bunch of requests for me specifically. Folks really want to get punished. That's a new one for sure. It's amazing how much things can change year by year. What was in Taito Ward again? Was that where the graders are? Not entirely sure. Don't know why they want to be masochists. In the Santa course, our teacher was saying that elementary schoolers are starting to want all sorts of fancy things, while older folks' tastes are getting more diverse. Now lots of people want to retro toys and stuff. One thing never changes though. Kids spend their whole year dreaming of what they're gonna find under the tree. And it's the job of us Santas to make those dreams come true. Always gonna be, as long as Christmas is Christmas. You said it! Now, how about we get back to our rooms? I suppose as more people actually know what Santa looks like and he's not just a myth, more people would actually want to meet the Santas they've seen. Screek! Screek! Sorry, every time I make an expression, it's just my mind freezing. How the hell does this guy sound? Holy shit, it's been too long. I'm just gonna give him some random voice. It's the holy night, and that means it's time for ourselves to shine. Come, my delves, before the city wakes. Happy, merry, Klima! Screek, screek! Naughty team and nice team, continue surveillance on the remaining areas. So other teams, stay with me. We need to decide on the roles on rotations during the departure ceremony. Nighttime helper team, head to the dorm and commence operations. Nighttime helper team is looking a little sloppy. Nighttime helper team, form up! Dante! Dante! Dante the event cuck? What has it been like? 6 Christmases in a row or something that Mystic was not translated? That's kind of funny. That's hilarious, actually. Roll call! Fluffy! Screek! Screek! Jingle bells! I had no idea they could say anything else besides screek. That sounded a little, throaty, didn't it? Do let me know if you are under the weather, please. If you are tired of or sleeping off, my nice hot sauna will put the spring back in your step. Otherwise, dismissed.
Very heavy chickables! Scream!
Seems there's something going on with the devils. This guide says delves. Shiro's devils succeed in infiltrating the Santa School. Oh, naughty, naughty. Their destination is the headmaster's office, where Dead Moroz keeps his prison sack, aka his sacred artifact. Yep, delves is the pun for devils in this game. Santa's little helpers.
Screet! Screet! Screet!
Wow, sneaking into Santa's room at night is a Shiro, a naughty little student. Spying their target, the devils creep closer.
Screet! Screet!
Do you think we'll get Mystic for this actual Christmas? I thought we did, but then I learned some news, which I'm not sure if I should say, about some other thing happening right after, so I'm not entirely sure anymore. And they slip something inside the sack resting by Dead's pillow.
Screet! Screet!
It's technically still possible given how short this rerun is. With their mission complete, the devils rush to high-five each other, which somehow morphs into a strange but inarguably joyful dance around the sack. The next day, back in Shinjuku Academy's student dormitory. Ooh, this got a nice glow up too. This specific hallway stairway. It used to be some default posterized image. Hey, finally awake, huh? Guess what? The weather reports got it wrong. It's super sunny outside. Look! I'm actually getting a little sweaty. It's kind of weird. Oh, right. I almost forgot. Shiro said he wants to make the best of the sunshines, so if you got any laundry, bring it now. It looked like he was about ready to start the load, so you better hurry. I've already given him all my bidding. Nice, I can wash my pillow. My laundry's in kind of a situation. No worries, my stuff's already out. You always do things by the look. Since you're all caught up on your bedclothes, why not get your duvet washed too? The sun's out strong. We can't let it go to waste. Just think how warm and fluffy our beds will be tonight. Can't wait. With Ryota's help, you gather every last bit of bedding you've got, along with all of his. Oh, I almost forgot. Choji's coming around later too. I'm going to give him my idea for this year's Christmas cake. So if you got a request for it too, now's the time to put it in. Choji, you have a cooking club? I couldn't ask him for anything special. And plus I'm a bit light on coin right now. Well, good news. It's on the house. Though you could always pay him back with a Christmas present. He's always out trying to improve his cooking, you see, so this is basically training for him. He's happy to do this. He apparently thinks of taking everybody's ideas and putting them together into one cake as being like a workout. Anyway, let's get this laundry squared away, and then we can put our heads together about the Christmas cake. I was spoiled high with laundry. You hurry to find Shiro before it's too late. Several hours pass. Choji arrives at the dorm, and soon everyone is gathered in the cafeteria to discuss all things confectionery. Did Shiro, give Dead a gift? I got the impression that's what he did last night. If you were to make a traditional cake, I would prefer something on the simpler side. One with flavorsome fruit would be ideal, at least in terms of my personal palate. Hey, nothing wrong with that. You got some good old school tastes, Soji. How about you, Kengo? Chocolate cake again? Just because I like chocolate doesn't mean I want it every year. Anyway, I want, one of those long ones with the cocoa powder on top, like you see in the stores this first time of year. Is he talking about what are those things? Sponge cakes? I forgot. Or funnel cakes. That's it. A Yule-log. You're right. A Yule-log, right? I'll add it to the list. Enough for you, class rep. Everything okay? You're looking a little glum. Oh, I'm fine. I'm just missing a few devils. I'm sure it's nothing to worry about, but I do wonder where they've gotten to. So they did something without his own say. The rest don't know, so I can't help feeling a bit concerned. Hopefully they're just out enjoying the sun. I'm sure that's it. No, they best be careful in this heat. I was outside earlier, and let me tell you, I was sweating. It's like midsummer in midwinter. Maybe we should switch the AC on. Devils, all the oxen free! Oh good, you're all together. Mind if I come in? Is this dead? Hey! I know that voice. It's... Hey! I knew it. I mean, there's very few characters in this event, so it has to be. An early Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. No presents until the big day, though.
Scream!
Headmaster Dad. Well now, who might you be? Santa, what happened to your clothes? What, these? Just a little concession to this unseasonable heat. I once rode my sleigh through the sky on midsummer Christmases in the South every year, but those days are long since past. Good afternoon, Headmaster. I ask why I have my devils. Oh, these adorable little scallywags came calling yesterday evening. Unfortunately, I'd already turned in for the night by then. I woke up to find them sound asleep just next to my present sack, and this inside of it. Dad lays a sheet of paper on the table, and an enormous sun is drawn on it in crayon. Does this mean... Shiro, yesterday you said... Hey, don't tell me they tried to... Did they wish for a sunny day? They totally wished for a sunny day for Christmas. So, if you don't know, what's called the present sack of dead actually grants any desire from anyone. So it's a pretty OP power in terms of gift giving. Santa, if you're listening, please give me the sun for Christmas this year. Right, he did say that. The devil's enacted his wish, aww. No, it can't be. Did I actually go all the way to SANTAAAAAAAA to ask that you give me the sun for Christmas? So, this was a wish for Santa Claus then. Well, that's what I suspected. We might be in a spot of bother. I can't believe Shiro caused global warming. Granting good children's wishes is the purpose of my present sack, but it had never occurred to me to put a wish inside it. That certainly would explain things though. Tell me, does anything about the sky strike you as unusual? Like, not the weather, but the sky? It's sunny, but, wait. Oh, this isn't good. No, you see the problem. You see, the sun rose this morning, and hasn't moved ever since. The sun simply isn't not setting. That's what I thought. If that's the case, then the sun can't set and Santa can't deliver his gifts. Meanwhile, in a leisure resort near Kasai Renkai Park. It's supposed to be Christmas, not midsummer. What gives? Gotta change all my costume orders and fast. Let's see, where's my phone? This has to be in Brian, right? I knew it! Time to make a killing! Gotcha, day! Sunshine Christmas, the fight for the Holy Night. Prologue. That was a rather aggressive entrance to the title. Alright, we'll be moving on to the second part of the prologue. As you can see, because I'm using BlueStacks now, the loading is just light years faster, so thank God. I think I spoke too soon. Oh, there we are. Title word is Korea's. Ah, thank you for the confirmation. Yeah, I have no idea why they would want to meet Dark Santa then. The sun above no longer holds any brilliance to me. This has to be Itzamna. His entire story is about the sun. Not after witnessing the sun of El Dorado. Its fire fueled by flesh, by bones. my lives. Which I was to sear itself deep into my retinas, superimposing a ghostly reminder over everything I've ever seen since. Like my siblings before me, I never had any real hope of escaping the fates of sacrifice. I balked at the idea of sacrificing others, but when it came time to sacrifice myself, I did not hesitate for a moment. My last and only act of resistance was to retire from the stage in silence. But I doubt even that left a scar on Tezcatlipoca's chest. For the Black Sun no longer had a body left to wound. And now I dream. I dream of his scorching flames engulfing El Dorado. I dream of the Black Sun gorging on sacrifices to fuel its radiance. What's all that noise? Who dares to disturb my meager slumber? Fine. There's no need to shout. This old lizard is wide awake now.
Now we finally got to see his debut, even though we already saw his variant strike, which is funny.
It seems my hibernation this year has come to an end. Oh, I somehow feel less stressed than usual. I wonder why.
His hibernation didn't even happen. Considering it's still winter. Or not even winter yet in real life.
I can't believe we got so distracted by cake that we didn't even notice the sun hadn't set.
Right? I know we were busy talking, but I just thought it was a slow afternoon. I had no idea it was already evening.
Hey, partner. If the sun never sets, does that mean we gotta put up with this heat forever?
Tokyo will wind up a desert. Summer forever.
It's all my fault. I've doomed us all. What do I do? I never wanted this.
Freeze weakening. It's real. So that's why he hibernates, and because of his freeze weakening, he doesn't like snow. I mean, that was like painfully obvious even in Valentine Fantasy, for the 2 seconds we saw about him talking about the weather.
Pull yourself together, Shiro. There's nothing to be gained from panicking. Headmaster, have you any inkling as to precisely how this might have happened? Well, I might already know something or another about this. But as Christmas time draws near, we Santas receive countless letters from hopeful children asking for this present or that. Most of the requests are filled, retrieved, and sorted by those helpful little Christmas sprites, the Delves. But if it's a tricky gift to find, my present sack can bypass all that rigmarole and produce suitable presents directly.
I see. So most of them are manufactured, or rather obtained manually, but the sack is for anything that comes from extraneous circumstance.
So, in theory, if one were to put a letter to Santa into the sack, well, I suspect it would make its contents a reality. In fact, I'm certain of it. If a good little child asked for something on behalf of a dear relation, it would come to pass.
I see. So the devils put in a big picture of the sun, and the sack made it real. Only problem is, it isn't Christmas yet.
That's for sure.
Aren't Christmas presents supposed to be delivered late Christmas Eve night into Christmas morning?
Which would suggest that the sun is still in an undelivered state, that is yet to be gifted, as it were.
Hold up. Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Holy shit! The sun's going to follow us? No way that this is a pretty extreme event. For a very short event, that's kind of a hilariously sudden and serious premise. Forget about desserts, we're gonna roast. Oh, what do we do? Oh, wait! I know. What if Shiro's secretly been bad? If he's been annoying us, maybe we can get his presents cancelled.
The moon already did, yeah. But I think the sun is a bit more extreme than the moon. It doesn't even need to land on Earth in order to cause catastrophic damage if it approaches just halfway close. An intriguing notion. Shiro, you must have done one bad deed this year, no? Out with it. A bad deed? I would never smell Arson's clothing while he's not looking, while I do the laundry. Is that really the only way? It's no use. Shiro's too pure. Oh, if only he were a Kengo. He could do something naughty right now. Wait, he could do something naughty right now. Something naughty? Oh, what are you insinuating? Sounds like you're talking about putting toppings on his ice cream. Or wait, you can't mean using full fat butter on his toast, can you? I know it's unhealthy, but everyone deserves a naughty little treat once in a while. No, children. It's not healthy to try finding faults with yourself, even in the name of making things right and preventing the sun from falling down. Besides which, Santa doesn't give good little children gifts that could cause harm, so I'm sure there's no need to worry. Yeah, that would be a bit hyper OP for Santa's power, if he could just have some child sincerely wish for the end of the world or something. Oh, to be fair, I am feeling quite a significant drain on my Santa power right now, and I can't identify the source. Pardon me for a moment. The Santa School staff is calling. Yes, this is Dad. What? But that's... No, of course. I'll put Dark Santa right away. Hey, Tangury's there! Can you explain what the hell's going on? Are you for real that everyone in town's saying Christmas is cancelled? Christmas Eve ain't a thing anymore. That there can't be a holy night because night will never come. Okay, that's what I thought. So it's kind of like a catch 29 here. And when Santa School students heard, they were so shocked they fainted. I'm so mad I'm liable to... Dad's gone down, foaming at the mouth. Oh, he's heavy. Can't go. Help me carry him to the infirmary. Oh, cripes. Hello, I'm Shiro Motori, a second year at Second Year Academy. We have a student teacher down. I repeat, teacher down. Christmas in July, people. Well, more like Christmas never happening. I like how Dark Santa Cigar just magically appears when he turns. Oh, he probably just pulled it out of his sack. I'm terribly sorry to have caused so much bother, children. I'm afraid my other half fainted clean away from the stress. Yikes. My students at the Santa School have spent a whole year. No, one might say their whole lives preparing for Christmas Day. But now the sun isn't setting. All of Tokyo worries that Christmas might not come at all. And belief is a powerful thing, as we learned from the main story and some of the certain events. I like how they're using this as a regular plot detail now. The master rule, I love it. Only knows about. Their wavering belief has caused a sudden critical deficiency in my Santa power. And all Santa power. So there won't be a Christmas this year. Christmas is cancelled? Don't say that, Santa. Not even as a joke. If worst comes to worst, a cancellation may be on the table, I'm afraid. You know, though, there is something of a Christmas legend here in Tokyo. This retro sprite. On Christmas Eve, or one night each year, Santa Claus can make miracles come to pass. And as I said, belief is powerful. The people's own belief in the miraculous power of Christmas makes those miracles happen. You might say that the vessel known as Tokyo is a vessel full of self-fulfilling festive expectations. And when I appear as Santa Claus, I take all those expectations into myself and turn them into reality. Yeah, so the power of belief can bring about several god powers, but in Dead's case, because of the unique nature of a sacred artifact, you can actually bring out actual physical things of desire, which is pretty interesting. But another way, their expectations endow me with the rule of the saint. And thus, Santa Claus is born. Ho, 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 ho. So expectation and belief make it real. It's not solely your power, Headmaster. That's right. I simply serve as a receptacle for the expectation that fills Tokyo during this festive season. That explains his hyper-strong power of making anything happen, including making a permanent day. Since he's pretty much only exists once a year, it's kind of weird how he has so much power. But then again, it's like everyone knows Santa. Like, literally everyone, so he should be pretty powerful on that one day. Just due to the beliefs of the people. And by doing so, the city is allowed to become a place where miracles can become reality. A lot of this is going over my head, but if I got this right, we should try to bring back everyone's belief in Christmas. And then we can use the miraculous power of Santa to put the sun back to normal. Bingo! The problem is, these rumors are really holly branch in my Christmas pudding. What is that pun? They're killing the Christmas spirit. And my students aren't in much position to help, owing in fear that all their efforts might be in vain. At this rate, the rumors might really come true. I would love it if there were some way you could help. But how? Is it time for Housamo to bring the power of Christmas this summer? Oh, and party time! Hey, partner! Isn't that your phone? That's an interesting that's a ringtone we had. Hello? Who is this? Sorry, I'm kind of in the middle of... On the body shop! Hey, it took you long enough to answer. Listen, I got a lead that's gonna make you a sports rich. You want in? Oh god, I love Invari. I'm telling you, this Christmas Scorcher is the key to mega profits, Arzin. He's gonna bring Christmas spirit back through profits and through commercialism, or rather through consumerism. Maybe because people are thinking about Santa on a particular part of the year, the power increases only during that time. Yeah, it seems, in that case, if he has this much power to make an infinite day, I can see why there's an entire school dedicated just for Christmas. It's justified now. It's justified. I thought it was kind of silly just for the one day, but it's justified. Let's make a killing together! What was it, Arthur? It's all you think about Christmas in the middle of summer. Tell that to the Filipinos. Rekindle this Christmas spirit, huh? I think this opportunity just came calling. Alright, let's go see Anvari. So this is the famous resort Anvari. I hear its namesake runs the whole thing himself. Truly an entrepreneur. Wait, this is Resort Anvari? It was not this big during his actual event. You bet. You were here for the opening ceremony. Jeez, it expanded since then. Does it just me, though? Or has this place expanded? Yeah, right? Like, a lot. I'm dying to check out that restaurant over there, but I guess now's not the time, huh? We're back in Roy's Resort again. I mean, it was a fun event. It was like kind of a crappy plot, but in Ray at least the music was good and the vibe was nice. I'm afraid not. We need to seek help from Anvari with a predicament. Whatever this lead is that he stumbled on, I only hope we can use it to restore Christmas spirit that's been lost. It'll be fine, and profitable too. Probably. I hope. Sincere effort always pays off. As long as we continue to believe in that, everything will turn out just fine. Who's that? Seems someone else has come along for the ride as well. At the designated meeting spot, you spot an unexpected figure. Is this going to be Housamo now? Yeah, he was called to by Anvari, it seems. Only a little longer till meeting time. Once I'm finished here, perhaps I'll drop by the academy. I just hope Enten and Kunioshi haven't been fighting while I've been hibernating. Leek doesn't deserve such a headache. Etheria notices your approach and turns your way. Oh, my stars and garters! Could it be? Why, if it isn't a Housamo of Iguana House, Tokyo's finest art academy. It's a surprise to see you out and about at this time of the year, but a welcome one.
Then arose, as I live and breathe. It's been much too long. Are these your students?
Recognize me, Quetzalcoatl?
Hello to those of you who don't know me. My name's Housamo. I'm a transient from El Dorado, making a living here in Tokyo as an art teacher. I've held art classes many times at the Afterschool's invitation. Headmaster Ted and I go way back.
That's a very unexpected connection. Should we call you Mr. Housamo then? We're not actually from Afterschool.
Bless my soul, that's a dapper lizard man. I'm not certain that that's quite what I call myself, but I'll take it as a compliment either way. Now, what brings you here, Mr. Housamo? I never took you for a beachgoer. It may surprise you to know that I was employed at this resort's art director. The manager called me out again today, and on short notice to boot. Wants to discuss the festival decorations, apparently.
Festival decorations? At this time of year? That must mean he's throwing a Christmas event. Maybe if we make it a real success, everyone will believe in Christmas again.
Christmas? What's that?
Someone's been sleeping under a rock, quite literally. How do you not know what Christmas is if you've been assigned to work with Dead all this time? Or if he contracted you to work with students?
I don't believe I've ever heard of it.
That's literally impossible. How could you not hear about Christmas if you worked for the Santa School on contract?
You what?
I suppose it would make sense for you to not have much experience with Tokyo's winter festivals.
Speaking of which, unreasonable weather aside,
it is still December.
Are you sure you should be out and about? You're such a coward, headmaster. The school day, sunshine, is no winter weather. Tokyo's winters are a little nippy for this old lizard's blood, you see, so every year I spend it in hibernation. But this year, it seems I slept through spring and into summer. It's really quite embarrassing.
Who's gonna tell him? This might take some explaining.
So, the resort manager asked for you personally. I have a meeting with him right now.
Or as you and your friends finish bringing Housamo up to speed, a diminutive figure comes running out to the square.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Director Housamo. Welcome to Resort Anvari. Our host makes his grand entrance. I believe we all have much to discuss, no? So you're telling me you guys are behind this scorcher? Not intentionally, but yes. We're hoping to find a way to make this sunset and restore Christmas Eve. Well, I, for one, am always willing to help a friend in need. How about you, Anvari?
You know, if anything, Isaac could have just snuck in and wished for his friend to be alive, Chris. If he knew Dad was this freaking powerful to summon the sun. He'd love it if he could help. You're my business partner, right? These could double as our honeymoon.
Hey! Next day on the honeymoon, hey? You'll give folks the wrong idea. What the heck have they been teaching you at school anyway? Anyway, you know me? I'm down for whatever puts coin in my pocket. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Besides, this sudden summer has kiboshed all my plans for a big Christmas bash, so I'm itching to find a substitute. And Anvari, the dwarf, has always has a backup plan, especially if there's a great pile of money to be made from it. I'm terribly sorry about all this. We didn't mean anything for this to happen. It must be a grave inconvenience for you. No worries. Every setback is just another new chance to strike it rich. It's all in the approach.
Please, Anvari, teach me your ways. I want to be filthy, stinking rich too.
That's why I've hired a bunch of specialists to reinvent my resort for this new Tokyo winter climate. Scenery, costumes, art direction. I pulled every string I've built up over all my years in the biz. And now I've got a real life Santa on site to boot. This is the jackpot. I can feel it. Now, I want you to run the show. Give me the best Christmas Tokyo's ever seen. Well, the idea of a midsummer Christmas is rather new to me, but I could stand to broaden my Santa horizons. Jolly's my jelly beans. No, that I am still Jolly says jelly beans. I can't say that with a straight face. Jolly's my jelly beans, so I can still challenge myself, even for as long in the tooth as I am. And you! Hey, I've got plenty of work to pull on your plate, Tartan, my little helper. Huh? Little helper? Since when? Oh, wait, I can take it. I can take you. Hey. Ever heard of a thing called negotiation? Just don't blindly agree before reading the terms. That's Business 101. Anyway, first things first. I need your help interviewing the new part-timers. Our ads bring them in droves. Wait. You're doing interviews already? And this whole thing just started a few hours ago. Never underestimate how fast I can work when I get a whiff of profit. Stay at sports! Barbecue 2. Nature on display with an ocean view. Join the crew to make your fortune at Resort, and Body! Yo, Joe, welcome. You're still in the prologue. However, a lot did happen in the prologue. Well, it seems like everyone's going smoothly. Just let me know how I can help. I can summarize it too when we get to the next episode. I can handle the cooking of all shapes and sizes. What I'm best was Christmas dinners, hors d'oeuvres, and cakes. You're hired! Wow. I mean, I know Choji can handle it, but it's a real snap decision. Can we trust Anvari? It's always nice to see young people enjoying themselves. Here's hoping things work out for them all. Still, this undying sun is quite the thing. I never expected to find something so familiar here in Tokyo. Wait, it is an undying sun, isn't it? Could it be? Mr. Housamo? Okay. Anyone in there, Gramps? Huh? Oh, yes, I'm fine. It's just, see, the sun reminds me of... Housamo starts to say something, but the arrival of two newcomers interrupts him. Aziz and Yasuyori, there's the variants. We're here for the part-timer interviews. Did not expect Aziz to be seeking part-time work, considering she already has employment as a teacher. I think she's just a teacher's assistant, so I guess it doesn't pay in full. But yeah, to summarize what happened, Joe, there was a rainy day nearing Christmas, and well, we'll move on to episode 1, part 1. And Shiro made a wish that it would be, sunny rather. And he was just kind of talking to himself, but his devils, brought that wish to Santa's sack while he was sleeping, and that made it come true. However, the sun is not setting, and that's a problem because that's causing people to stop believing in Christmas, since the sun will never set and, Christmas night won't happen. So, we were trying to figure out ideas of resolving it and making people believe in Christmas again. So, it seems Anvari might be our lead. Yasuyori got his med stick. Gotta go now. Hey, thanks for joining, Poplar. I know you're new to join, so I always appreciate newcomers. Take care, though. Apropos of nothing, an undying sun appears above Tokyo, born of a tiny wish. And this ever-present sun, along with the perpetual daytime it brings, leads the people to fear that Christmas might never come. Meanwhile, Anvari gathers help to host a reimagined Christmas event, convinced that this unseasonable weather is the key to striking it rich. You and Dead join forces with them, hoping to rekindle enough festive spirit to put the sun back to where it belongs. And so you come to be the acting producer of Resort Anvari's first ever Midsummer Christmas. Will you be able to bring the people's faith in Christmas back to the sun-drenched streets of Tokyo? Sunshine Christmas, the fight for the holy night. Episode 1, Pastorela by the Shore. Good morning. Please be seated. Sorry. Force of habit for a teacher. Nice to meet you here. I look forward to working with you, Producer Arthur. You really don't need to call me that. Pleasure's all mine, though. Being a teacher feels kind of weird. That is a peculiar role reversal, isn't it? I do hope my nerves don't have me saying anything embarrassing. Let me tell you, I was feeling terribly anxious about this, but seeing us calmed me right down. After the shock wore off, I decided to broaden my horizons this winter break, you see, and a new part-time job seemed like just the thing. But I never imagined I would end up working with you. I guess you'll be teaching the teacher.
Commander, Mrs. All present and accounted for, I see. Mrs., allow me to thank you again for showing me the way for the situation.
Why, it's nothing. I could never ignore us in need of help. All the more so a friend of Marathon's. I do so relish the chance to make connections with other schools.
This is the first time I have undertaken part-time labor, but with your guidance, I'm certain this will be a smooth operation. Please forgive any foolish errors as I strive to assist you, however.
As formalities go, this takes the cake. I'm not your commander, okay? Ready, soldier!
Commander, please! Those are my shoulders you're fondling. As I'm sweating considerably in the seat, it is not sanitary. Please, wipe your hands with this handkerchief. Now then, if all members of this unit are prepared, I would suggest we move out. By your leave, Commander.
Shouting merrily, if a bit awkwardly, the three of you set out for the agreed-upon meeting point. Good morning, everyone. If you can even call it that. I slept really badly last, day.
It took me long enough to acclimatize to Tokyo's day-night cycle as it is, even without this permanent sunshine. I see that you're serving morning tea, though, Choji. Maybe partake?
Oh, Choji, Itsamna. Look at this spread. It was too bright to sleep, so I rolled away the so-called night experimenting with hors d'oeuvres instead. I'm proud of what I came up with, at least, so do give them a taste. They're small in size, but big in flavor. Hey, Dad! Santa! Santa!
Ah, I see you're all awake. Let's say we all take a cup of Choji's delicious tea and discuss our plan of action.
Prompted by a smiling Dad, you all take your seats in the garden of the resort hotel.
Made it in the nick of time. Good morning to all of you.
I was just away borrowing some reference materials from the Afterschool library.
Yep. Goodness, that's heavy.
Mr. Sean Griesner will come by later to drop off the rest. I hope they provide at least somewhat useful.
Oh, the new Santa Digest. That's a good series. Thank you, Shiro. I'm certain it'll be a big help. Now, as I'm sure you all remember, we decided broadly at our last meeting who should handle which attractions. Mrs. will organize something to attract people to the venue. Shoji will entertain them once they've arrived, and Yasuyori will close out the show. And I believe you've all agreed to ruminate on your roles overnight and come back today with some ideas, no? Well, I dare say those are not the faces of successful ruminators. Not to worry though, we still have plenty of time. Why don't you tell me what difficulties you're having, and we'll see if any inspiration strikes.
Doesn't know what he's doing. He's a master reassurer. Ah, cute Dad. Dad shoots you a sly smile, complete with a secretive wink. Ah. A moment later, Ziz raises a hand and stands up. Everyone turns to face her. May I start? Well, I spent a lot of time looking into a variety of potential attractions. But when I tried asking myself what Christmas really is, I ran up against a bit of a wall. As did I. All I know of it is that it's a day upon which presents are exchanged with loved ones. My knowledge of Christmas is also rather sparse, seeing as I've just learned of it.
It's difficult to conceive of proper decor. Someone's birthday, right? There's more to it than someone's birthday. More to it than just that. Why don't you teach us that, Headmaster Dead? Oh yes, please do. I too would welcome the opportunity to learn. Well, if you're all so insistent, it does seem like a good idea to start off with the basics. You can look this up in greater detail once Mr. Ton Griesner gets here. We're happy to provide a brief overview. Now, the first thing you need to know is that the significance of Christmas is on the 25th of December, differs from world to world. Dead takes the first volume of New Santa Digest from Shiro and holds it open as he speaks. Now, this textbook purports that Christmas originated long, long ago. We're talking ancient times. While it famously marks the birth of a savior in one world, some of its origins trace back much, much further still. So if you don't know what he's referencing, Christmas has Jesus Christ's name in it, and it's kind of well established that that's not when Jesus was actually born. Rather, kind of insidiously, I believe Christians at the time were trying to overshadow festivities that were happening for, what's the term? Not atheists, but those that were following different religions, following idolistic religions. And what they did was they placed their celebration in the middle of the other festivities and called it Christmas. So that you might be alluding to that. In the oldest of the olden days, it was a festival to sacrifice lives, holy shit, to higher powers. Very different from the Christmas of today. Wow, that is different. One world, where a certain faith reigned supreme, considered the 25th of December to signify the birth of the immortal sun. El Dorado, interesting, I had no idea. They gradually acquired significance in other faiths too, until another world took it to mark the coming of its savior. Yeah. To this day, many wonder whether the Savior's birthday originates from the birthday of the sun in the older faith. But either way, that is the day we now call Christmas. Did you know, however, that it doesn't necessarily fall on the 25th? The Christmas period often shifts, lengthens, or contracts to adapt to the faith of the land where it takes root. Fascinating. Interesting. Birth of the sun and sacrifices to it. Greatly called to mind the faith of El Dorado. No idea such worship was found in other worlds as well. Though El Dorado's calendar doesn't quite line up, its news cycle begins on December 23rd. I should know since I said it that way. Oh, he's the calendar setter. And with my winter hibernation on top of that, it's no wonder I've never heard of Christmas. Mr. Ritsamu. Looks like he seemed kind of... Nah, just my imagination. I never knew Christmas was so closely tied to the sun. I associate it more closely with the Night of the Stars. Certainly, on the night the Savior was born, a great star shone to mark the occasion. Or so the legend says. And 3 sages from the east, the so-called 3 wise men, followed to the town of his birth, bearing gifts. Oh ho! Sages, you see? Looking at LifeWonders giving me facts about something you didn't know about again. Yeah. I'm absolutely enamored with the fact that we get to both be horny for these hot characters, as well as learn a bit about something about world religion and mythologies. One holiday was Saturnalia, which is on December 17th. Yeah, so strategically Christians are just like, no! It's Jesus' birthday, everything else doesn't matter. At least that's one theory anyway. So, oh ho, sages you say? Even now, you place a star on top of your Christmas trees to symbolize the one that they follow. But it's not inconceivable to speculate that the star was originally the sun. There's also the whole snow thing, right? You know, the idea of a white Christmas that Ryoto was talking about. That was another later addition. Someone, somewhere, must have drawn a line connecting Christmas with the winter season. Christmas has accumulated bits and pieces of many festivals over the years, such as the Roman feast of Saturnalia. Hey, nice catch. And even those quirks can differ depending on the local region or faith. Christmas does still exist even in places with no snow. That's true. In Tokyo, it's normal to think of Christmas as a purely winter affair. But according to the books I've read, half of the world once celebrated Christmas in summer. And many transients like Mr. Housamo here come from worlds that don't even have winter. So if Tokyo's norms happen to change, there is no reason Christmas couldn't become a summer event, right? What people consider normal is constantly in flux. Sometimes the balance shifts and something new becomes the norm. But if that shift happens too suddenly, people will try to push against it. A change in that which is commonly accepted can feel like an attack on their beliefs, you see. Admittedly, when I first came to Tokyo, the sun setting in the evening and rising in the morning seemed very, strange to me. And on that subject, I'd like to interject for a moment with a question that I think is rather crucial for us to answer. Is that burning object above our heads, is that even the sun? Because the more you peek at it, the less it appears so. Wait, what? What else could it be? Does it not look like the sun to you? If you would take a look at this, then shield your eyes carefully and compare. This is what I see when I look at it. So he's using one of those solar lenses. Housamo produces a sketch from his jacket. I was the one you crowd around to examine it. Oh, so this is more like the drawing that the devils drew. Hi, what a lovely little sun. You're not an art teacher for nothing. Though, wait. That's a piñata. Turning your eyes upwards, you're gingerly peeking through the crack between your fingers as you shield your eyes from the light. You see an identical object, writ large in the sky. What the heck? It's all spiky. That's not the sun. It looked like the sun to you before because that's what you thought you were seeing. Or rather, that's how it was behaving. The world's norms say that any great light in the sky must be the sun, so in your minds, that's all it could have been. And Sama's variant is a station elder. Could be a nice reference to this original event then. But I am from El Dorado, a world of sun worship. I am more perceptive on this subject than most. Besides which, part of being an artist is doubting what I can see. Only then do certain shapes and forms become apparent. Could it be? I think I recognize this. Let's see. It should be in the new Sentai Digest. Ah, here it is. I knew I'd seen it before. It's known as a piñata, he says with firm seriousness. Gesundheit, a pina colada. Hey now, we're not old enough to drink cocktails. Even if I do like getting caught out in the rain. Piñatas are soft yet rigid containers, often spheres filled with presents, used during festivals in certain parts of the world. Nowadays, they're commonly seen at Christmas or birthday parties, where blindfolded children break them open with sticks. I can definitely see the appeal for children, as Tokyo has a similar tradition involving the splitting of watermelons. Indeed, though this practice has its origins in demon warning, where demons hiding amid the stars are forcefully driven out. Well, Dead knows his stuff. Oh no, shit! I forgot the hold button does that. Let's see. Sorry, gotta read backwards a bit. A demon warding ritual? That sounds similar to Setsubun. How peculiar that it's turned into a children's game at this point. Of course, given that demons live here alongside us now, that tradition is never going to stick as is. A ball with presents inside. If that's the case, then what's inside the big flaming ball in the sky, I wonder? Maybe that's where it's all gone, Christmas spirit. And if it swells, then maybe the sun will burst open too. Ho 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 ho! I may have just hit upon the way to reclaim Tokyo's night. Destroy the sun? Okay. If the pinata bursts, it leaves all of its presents behind, which would see the beliefs set free. A true Christmas miracle. I suppose it makes more sense to destroy the pinata sun than it does to try to change everyone's beliefs about Christmas into a summer vacation. Christmas Eve can be our gift to Tokyo. Let's give back Christmas for Christmas. A fight for the Christmas night. Title sequence. That would be quite the ambitious gift. But then, flexible thinking's in the background creativity. I'm a big fan of pina coladas too, but I've only had alcohol-free ones. Still, I'm a big fan of that flavor of coconut and pineapple? Yeah. If I may say, I think you have great artistic potential, Harrison. Pinatas have historically been used to celebrate Christmas in more temperate regions. They seem perfectly suited to our needs. Let's contact Mr. Tongreaser post-haste. You'll find us the reference we need. I didn't even know different Christmas traditions existed. The wall around Tokyo must have cut us off from all that. Interesting. They went up before we were born. So there's a lot we just don't know about the outside world. Perhaps everything we think of as ordinary is only ordinary in Tokyo. It's very, very, extremely rare they talk about what's outside of the walls of Tokyo. So I'm kind of shocked to bring it up here. Like, really, they don't even bring it up in main quest. You have a lot to learn, huh? Let's figure it out together. I think that is the right approach here. The world is full of things that are completely foreign to us. All I can do is learn. But with you by my side, it feels like an adventure. Like the world is growing larger. Can you feel it too? Hello, Arachne. Excuse-moi. Are you busy, my darlings? No? Good. For Arachne, Tokyo's fashionista du jour requests, nay, demands your assistance. Why, if it isn't Arachne, I shouldn't expect to see you here. Do you mind if I borrow your star performance for a teensy second, sweetie? I just finished making some adjustments, you see. But I need to check the fit. So if they could swing by my shop real quick, oh, that would be so fabulous. I'd heard you were a fast worker, but color me impressed. We should be ready for the event with time to spare at this rate. Oh, but I can possibly refuse a request from Santa himself. Why, this might be the highlight of my career. Trust me, I wouldn't be able to refuse a request from Santa either. And regarding your other order, you know, the all-weather Santa suits for your students. Well, I'm stitching as fast as my nails will go to ensure they are good and ready for the event's finale. Right now, I'm more worried if we'll make it to that finale, but this is for my students, so I'll keep it at that. They may not have nighttime or snow, but I mean to prove that we still have Christmas. Aha, so that is the purpose of the all-weather Santa suits then? You need them to stand up to the any cold, or any heat. Yeah, Slay Queen! I'll never say that again. Well, never fear. I shall have your order wrapped up in time in style. Hey, Arachne. Everyone, if you'd be so kind as to go with her and be fitted, I'd be much obliged. Perhaps I owe myself a short break too. This heat has gotten me quite exhausted. With that, the gathering disperses. Housamo watches Dad as he walks away. And Master Dad must have wanted an ordinary Christmas as much as anyone else. Yeah. Right now, Dad's kind of just forced to walk with us right now. I mean, honestly, he's only here because he wants to hold us accountable for this entire thing and make sure we follow through. But still, this is one day of the year, and we kind of screwed it up. He's not saying it, though. He's putting on a brave facade, but deep down, he's worried. Yeah. Not that that's any of my business, of course. I'll be there for him. I'm only anxious myself, but I'll be there for him. Oh, you're awfully kind and strong-willed to boot, Harrison. But this world doesn't let you carry this all by yourself. Lean on me when things get tough, won't you? You'll find that old trees really do have the strongest roots.
And so, as the day ticks over to December 24th by the calendar and by the clock, the sun continues to burn bright as noon overhead. I mean, we still got like November, December, like October, 3 months before then, so we're good. We're good.
Good morning, everyone. I want to thank you all again for your hard work.
Honestly, the timing of this reprint makes sense then, because it actually coincides with the timing of the event in Universe.
No matter how this pans out, please know that I am proud of all your efforts, all for your efforts alone. That said, I am for success here, so let's bring back Tokyo's Yuletide together.
Yeah! Alright, we will now be finishing off with part 2 of episode 1.
Kasai Rinkai Park represents one of the only true beaches within the boundaries of the walls surrounding Tokyo. In addition to hosting leisure facilities such as Resort Angare, it's been specially designed to meet the daily needs of aquatic transients. Now, however, the streets are mostly empty. The permanent noon makes even the residents of the summer paradise feel a bit uneasy. I can't blame people for not wanting to leave their houses, but it's certainly going to make attracting attendees a lot harder. It'll be fine. We've stuck up so many posters, no one could possibly miss them. We've even run TV commercials. I'm very sure it works fast, huh? I just realized the summers are still here, so they did not get the lead by story relevance. That doesn't change the fact that most people have just stopped going outside altogether. They consider the indoors to be safer. Aside from the sun never setting, everything's normal. But that's a pretty big aside for people to just accept. I see, they're a bit worried about that sun that should not be there. Well, that's where we come in. We'll put on such a good show, they'll forget all about the undying sun. Squee! My doubles say they want help too. I hope they aren't feeling too guilty. Well, plays are way more theatrical with more people in the cast. So this will be good for those, Pastramis? Pastorela does the Ryota, provides Christmas performances popular in certain parts of the world. They're all about spreading Christmas cheer, so anyone can take part, even amateurs. I had no idea there was such a thing. I did think about putting on a musical, but sadly, we don't quite have enough members for a chorus. What if we try to involve the crowd? Or we do, I just hope it works. Ooh, teach, I'm loving the new Santa look. It's not really a Santa look, pick the person. That's a wonderful idea. I'm impressed. A gold star for you. We just have to bring enough energy to the stage that people can't even stop themselves from joining in. Come to think of it, it's strange to see you without Behemoth, and working during the holidays too. It's strange for me as well. But Behemoth wants to get involved in the gift giving this year, so he's found himself a job. Back when he was first looking, he asked me for advice, but I knew so little I honestly couldn't offer him any help. Is this why he took a job too? It made me realize that I ought to educate myself on the subject so I can help my students better navigate their futures. So I discussed it with the other teachers and got permission to try a little part-time work myself. Ah, that explains it. That's very conscientious of you. You must be quite dedicated to willingly take on extra work in your free time. Well, I just hate to think my own lack of experience might be a burden on my students. Besides, as the other teachers noted, this will show them that learning doesn't stop outside of school.
And once I'm done, I'll put all the coin I've made toward a banquet for a behemoth. Whoa, that's a bit much. Curse you, behemoth, for real. Any chance I could get in on that? All I want for Christmas is you. Maybe not that one. Let's stick with the food. Give me the food! Oh, stop it, Arthur. Really, it's all for behemoth. Stop it. Say, is that who I think it is? Look there, coming out of the station. Here directs your attention to a lively group of students headed your way. So Merry Christmas! Was that a pun? I mean, good hustle, but it really wasn't very funny. Sorry. Everyone's whining about Christmas being cancelled, and I don't like it. So I was just trying to lighten up the mood. Plus, we finally got a year when Yasuri can show up to the Christmas party, and he pieces out some part-time gig. Sorry, everyone else is canceling too. They're really gonna marry me at Christmas. I mean, I get it. Some of the third years have started buying some serious monster presents, so the pressure's really on. I mean, your present's gotta be the best, or it's like, what's the point, right? Still, it's not fair to have folks going way over the spending limit. I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind next time I see them. Trying to find something cool on budget's the fun part. Throwing coin around just makes it awkward for everyone. Exactly! That's why we're here, to tell Yasuyori he doesn't need to push it. Of course, it doesn't hurt that we get to enjoy the resort while we're here. We'll show the others what they get for bailing on us. Amen to that! I'm gonna have me a ton of fun, then rip it all in Gunzo's face when he finally shows up. Oh, hey, next to that tall lady over there. Isn't that Arison? Unbelievable. Off gallivanting around, having Christmas fun without me. I'll show him what for. Yo, Shigura. What's up, Yuma? Nice to see you, there you go. Merry Christmas! Huh? Heard that one before? Well, glad to hear it's spreading. Everyone's all doom and gloom about Christmas being cancelled, but I say we enjoy what we got. My. Are you this little one's friends? I don't believe I've ever seen you at school. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ziz, a teacher in training at Shinjuku Academy. Oh, right. We're from Yogi, so that tracks. I'm Ashigura, and this year's Kuma and Dorga. Nice to meet you, Ziz. We got a real good student here. He's always helping me out a lot. What's wrong, Durga? I just feel like I lost a bunch of races I didn't know I was running. I'll make for it though. Is she jealous of Ziz's assets? Anyway, nice to meet you, Miss Z's. Mind if I friend you on the app? My. Is everyone at your Yogi Academy so friendly and outgoing? Because that gives me an idea. You see, the group of us are helping out at Anvari's Christmas party right now. And we were thinking of holding a Pastorela, a kind of impromptu play, right here. Now, would you be interested in joining us? Resort in Vari, huh? Say, isn't that where Yasuyori's working? We were just headed there. Christmas party. He dished me to go to another Christmas party. Let's not use that. We're doing this. I'm gonna rock the crap out of that play and whatever, and show Yasuyori what for. You know Yasuyori? Well, that makes things even easier then. Why, it's like a Christmas miracle all on its own. Oh, wait, you know him too? Oh, that does it then. Count me in for sure. Nothing motivates people like competition, I suppose. Anyway, it seems we have our actors. That just leaves a script. Not to worry, Pastorelas are improvised, so they don't need the script. But I know the story of this one by heart. Now see, in the past, not everyone could read and write like we all can, but they still had lives to enjoy. So they thought, how best could they spread the teachings of their ancestors without relying on written word? They thought long and hard about that question. In fact, and the answer they came up with, is it song? Was it to make them into pictures, songs, and plays? That way, even those who couldn't read could learn from history. Is that where Pastorelas come from? Quite the encyclopedia you are. I I asked Headmaster Dad about it, and he told me that lots of lands have similar traditions, even outside of Christmas. There is much to be learned by exploring where things like festivals, songs, and dances come from.
The oral tradition.
Anyway, today I'd like to tell you a story from a long, long time ago. Listen now closely. I am but a poor shepherd from the mountains, so my tale is a humble one, but I pray you'll hear me out all the same. The sound of your applause and the sight of Ziz's dramatic pose turns a few heads from among the passerby. After a long day of chasing sheep, I lay my heavy head down upon our woolen flanks to sleep. When all of a sudden, I spot a star I'd never seen in my life, twinkling in the eastern sky. It's not quite as bright as the sun right now, though of course, if it were, I wouldn't have been able to sleep at all. Ziz cracks a slightly sardonic smile at the audience, drawing a few laughs from the crowd. I'm reminded of a story I once heard. Supposedly, when a new king is born, a star will shine in the east. Could this be that very star? Perhaps in some eastern town, a child had been born who will one day be king. Oh, goodness. I can't delay. I must greet him and ask him to guide this land true. Many believe that the day of this new king's birth became what we now call Christmas, heralding the dawn of a land of happiness. But what does a land of happiness really look like? What do you think would make you happiest?
Just being able to eat yummy food whenever I want.
Yeah, what he said.
Oh, I don't know. There's more to life than eating, right?
Nuh-uh.
All I care about is not being alone. I want some place where everyone will be my blood.
I mean, that sounds nice, but would it really be enough?
I'm not happy unless I'm on track to be the best at something.
That's it. That means competition, and competition means someone's gonna get hurt. But still, that won't stop me from trying.
It's a cute moment, but they're kind of just flanderized 4 people in a row. That's a bit funny. Ryota being food, Kiyoma not having a personality, Ashirga being about being alone, and Durga being about being first. Everyone's disagreeing. You can't have cake and eat it too. I suppose the land of happiness would be a place where everyone is free to pursue their own happiness, whatever form it may take. The problem is, what makes one person happy could wind up causing someone else distress. Oh, there's no pleasing everybody.
Yeah, exactly. Like, some folks want to be surrounded by their friends all the time, but others just want to be left alone. Quite right. A land of happiness is a land of contradiction, indeed. But I do think you're on the right track. There's always that temptation, however, to think that that only your version of happiness is valid. It's how conflict is born.
You said it, Ziz.
I think it's important to realize that there are people who like the very things you dislike the most. And to always consider how your actions may affect them, so you don't unknowingly tread upon someone else's preferences. Even something as simple as positive thinking can still be alarming or even off-putting if it's overly intense.
So this is a bit of an allusion to the whole thing Mr. Mononobe told us. Well, not Mr. Mononobe, well, kind of like that, but also about the thing with Zhao, where we're supposed to trying to find, respect for what other people love.
Oh, right! That gift exchange we had. Yesterday went totally over budget, and it made us all feel like we cheaped out. Half the fun of getting gifts is thinking about what everybody might like. So if you just throw a coin at it, it's kind of cheating. That's a very poignant point and easily understood example. It's important to be certain that your kindness is wanted. I know. I can ask the future king directly and see what presents I can give that his people will most appreciate. I'll ask him what I can possibly give that they all might actually agree on. Something that intersects all of their tastes. Taking differences of opinions into account and finding a good compromise is the key to creating a land everyone can enjoy.
Sounds good to me. Let's go find this king then, and... What in the Jiminy Christmas is that? those devils come from? And why are there so many of them? They've gone berserk. Berserk devils. Berserk devils? But why? And why are the delves with them? A gaggle of Shiro's devils and Tante's Christmas delves appear in front of you. They move to Blackie path, blowing shrill trumpets. My. Why ever are you getting in our way, little ones? Because that's what demons do. I'll have to beat you if you want to get through, so you say. Hey, devils! Don't be so rude to Miss C's. No, Shiro, wait! I think this is all part of the play. I hope you're right, Ashiko. What do you think? What do we do? I don't want to fight? I say we give it to them. Agreed. If they think they can stand in my way, they've got another thing coming. Miserable pile of demons. How about you? This feels wrong, though, play or not. You pull your punches, everyone. Sweet! Merry Christmas! They really did play the looping honk. More and more people stop to watch your Pastorela as it unfolds outside the station. You and your friends have taken to alerting passerby the very real dangers of heat stroke and solar radiation, and taking that opportunity to invite them to the stage. The devils and delves don't mix. I'm still kind of mad we don't have a Christmas skin for the devils. I think they're pretty cute. And we got it since the very first event, but we can only put on the Jamboree skin on them, which is also cute, but like, come on. This way of theirs is actually attracting attention. It's really quite the spectacle. Oh, the wonders of youthful creativity. But the true test is yet to come, my young artists. Can your creation withstand and accommodate the manifold perspectives and values of your audience? Some within the crowd watch your production with noticeable disdain. You note that one quality connects all such naysayers: a shared dislike of Christmas. Christmas is a celebration for nice children, and they consider themselves to be firmly on the naughty list. Oh wow. One is a ghost, for instance, whose envy of the good children's joy every Christmas morning leads them to spy on happy families from afar, only to be chased off in anger every time. This makes them believe that they are spread unhappiness merely by existing, ensuring that the naughty list is nothing short of inevitable. The ghost watches the Pastorela unfold from afar, much as they've seen happiness from afar every Christmas to date, despairing at the conclusion they're certain will come. The poor, innocent little demons will be beaten, and victory will go to the side that the world sees as being in the right. Yeah, that is an interesting, more egalitarian perspective to take. Sweet Mary! As the devils fall dramatically to the ground, the crowd erupts into thunderous applause. My, you dear little things, are you alright? Why in the world did you try to get in her way? Scree! Scree! What's that, you say? Christmas only matters if you're on a nice list. And everyone says you're naughty. The fact is, there's no nice list without a naughty list, so that's important. You don't like it. It's unfair, you say. They only call you demons to separate you from the good children. So you mean to put an end to Christmas on behalf of all naughty children everywhere? Oh, devils. I never knew you felt that way. That's not real, Shiro. They're just acting. I think. I mean, I would hope to imagine so, since some of them are directly working under dead. Hopefully not be me one day working under dead. In so many stories, demons are cast as villains, as foils for some hero or heroes representing a desirable virtue. But is that really how things are? Does that take into account the bigger picture? Can we even say that anything in this world is universally right or wrong? Universally nice or naughty? God, I love Housamo. I know they hammer this in, but like for people marginalized, like this sort of message matters most. We could ask the wisest sage in the world these questions. Would they even be able to provide an answer? Tell me, everyone, have you heard the story before? Long, long ago, there was a married couple. One of them sold off their prized watch to buy a comb for their spouse's hair, while the other cut off all their beautiful hair and sold it to buy their spouse a chain for their watch. But each thought the other valued most. The other actually didn't care for it at all. In much the same way, the things we value and deign to be right may differ from what others around us feel. That disparity is part of life. It's neither good nor bad, but merely a different experience and perspective. Now, everybody, actors and audience alike, I implore you to close your eyes and imagine something for me. Pictures something you love and something that somebody else loves. What does a stranger love? Just like that married couple, we often misunderstand what those around us truly value. By that same token, there's bound to be something precious to us among the things that others discard. Come now, join me on the path of the three wise men, and let's find the answers we seek. Wow, this is more than a play, it's a kind of a participatory audience kind of play. I like it. Scree! Scree! Naughty children don't get what they want for Christmas, you say? I wonder how true that is. We don't know everything there is to know after all. Let's not be too quick to jump to conclusions. Let's be instead like a shepherd carefully rounding up their flock. Now, everyone, come along, don't be shy. Zee turns from the devils to appeal to the crowd. And as she does, she notices a furtive figure peeking out from their hiding place. Say, you back there. You've been watching us, haven't you? Oh, what are you waiting for? Get over here. Oh dear. It seems they're a little shy. But I did pique their interest from the looks of it. I'm sure they'll follow along in time. And as for the rest of you, shall we be off? Please reason, breathes out, and then proclaims to the blue sky above. Onward to the star beyond the hilltop. The three wise men's journey has only just begun. Speed, merry jingle bells! Disease and the devils set off, singing for all to hear. The crowd follows in step behind them, heading for the beach. Aww. And the ghost follows as well, perhaps curious enough as to the procession's destination to set aside their disdain. And perhaps also hoping beyond hope for a Christmas where their modest wish might actually be granted. And here we are, my Christmas revelers. Welcome, one and all, to Resort and Bride's Christmas party. Wait, are those deads, light dead and dark dead hanging on a wreath? That's kind of funny. Whew. Okay, that was... Yeah, it was pretty short for just an episode and a prologue. We will now proceed, not with stories. We will be continuing episode 2 and 3 as well as the epilogue tomorrow. So finishing off tomorrow. We'll head to Prologue. Well, there you have it. There is the first half of Sunshine Christmas, a fight for the Holy Night. So, as you saw, the story is a lot more interesting than I thought it would be. Of course, with every event where we presume LifeWonders might fall for their usual gimmicks. such as with the case of making the new transient the source of troubles. Well, it seems Housamo is not in fact the source of troubles. It was Shiro and the devils that caused it. And it's taking a more historical and narrative approach of an examination of what Christmas is all about. And I think I appreciate that. And it's also hammering in those points about Housamo that I love the most. That, you know, there are differences between us, and it's neither good nor bad. To challenge us to see what's beyond good or bad. And to rather just try to find it to find happiness for everyone, rather than just looking down and dividing that line so quick. Hopefully we can learn more in that resort Anvari as she's about to show us. But yeah. You like the streamer shark, huh? I just like the composition a lot, it's very cute. But yeah, so far, I would say it's actually a pretty good story. Probably one of the better ones. So I'm looking forward to the second half. Hopefully you guys are too. That is going to happen tomorrow at 7 p.m. ET. So, yeah, that is it for me. Thank you for joining, everyone. And for those that will be missing out tomorrow because I can't make it, sorry, but there will be a video on demand. But for those who can, I'll see you then. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful Christmas in September. See you guys.